Hi, welcome back to Scott Family TV. We're here with another video. This is our holiday, one of our holiday specialty that we do. We mainly do this on Christmas. This is a prime rib. And for people who love steak, this is one of the best steak, one of the best meat they got out there. It's, to be honest, it's quite expensive, but you can find some smaller than this one for like maybe 50 bucks. This one was a little over 50 bucks, but it's good. And what I'm doing, I had it sitting at room temperature, and I'm make sure patting it dry to get all the water out of it. And what I'm going to do is, this is the first step in this process. And what I'm going to do is add some, this is kosher salt, and this is pepper. And what in the past, what we've done is make sure we add, first thing, let me add just a little bit of olive oil so the salt and pepper could adhere to the rib better than just putting it on there. And you don't want a whole lot of olive oil, just a little bit. Make sure, rub it in. As you can see, I bought it from the store with the twine on it. This bone is actually separated from the bottom of it, if you can see it. They do that to help it cook better. And this is ribs, so the ribs will. This is gonna taste so good when we finish with it. But for now, I'm gonna make sure and coat both sides of this rib with the olive oil. And you want to add the salt and the pepper to it, and then let it sit, because the salt is going to draw some more of the moisture out of it. So that's why we're going to add salt to it. And don't be afraid to add your salt. I mean, this is a lot of meat, and you got to add salt to it.
And it's a kosher salt.
Yeah, it's not that iodine salt, so don't be afraid to add salt. When you think you don't add salt, add some more. Like I said, this just about every year around Christmas we have this. So this is my first time. My wife wanna videotape me doing it, so I told her yeah. And the next ingredient we do coming up will be all the spices that we put on here. And all the spices there's gonna be a herb crusted prime rib. And as you can see, I'm still adding salt. So like I said, just add the salt. And now I'm gonna go with the pepper. And I'm gonna add, this is gonna be a herb butter crusted on top of this prime rib. It's gonna be herb. I'm gonna add some, I have a cup of butter over there and letting it get soft, room temperature butter. And I'm gonna add all that on there. And that salt, like I said, that salt is gonna help draw some more moisture out of this. And I'm gonna eventually pat it down again before I add the stuff on it. But we just want to make sure and add this pepper and the salt on here and let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. And then we're gonna come back and I'll probably add the rest of the ingredients tonight to it. Hi, welcome back to Scott Family TV. Have all of my herbs. I have some rosemary, which I take a couple of sprigs and I pull it down, a couple of sprigs of thyme. And this year I'm using sage. I saw someone use sage, so I'm gonna try the sage. And I have put it in my it's not a tiny food processor. And And the garlic, I'm gonna put it all in there. This saves some time than me sitting on the cutting board trying to cut it up. This is a very little simple thing right here, and all I do is pulse it. You want to get it as fine as you can get it. And see? And we're going to add all this with the butter, and we're going to put it on top of this fabulous standing rib roast. And we'll be back. Hi, welcome back. I've got all the salt and pepper on it. I let it sit for maybe 15-20 minutes, and I'm going to pat it lightly. I don't want to take off all of the moisture is still coming out of it. And you just pat it lightly to make sure. And I have right here, I have put all of my herbs together with a cup of butter, and this smells amazing. And all you do is stir all this up, and all this is going to go on top. One more ingredient I'm going to add. One little squirt of mustard. That's about it. And we get all that all mixed up in here. And it smells amazing. And I'm not even put it on there yet.
There's all those herbs, the flavor coming through, the scent.
You just want to get it all, you want to get that stuff all mixed up in the butter. And we're going to put this, we're going to put it on here, just as so. And you don't have to be pretty when you're doing it. You're just going to spread it on here. Let's get it spread all over. And we'll be back when I finish spreading it all over. Alright, welcome back. As you can see, I have put all the butter and the spices on the rib. This is the ingredients I use. I use the pepper, a cup of butter, kosher salt. You can use sea salt if you got it. And then some of these spices here. And just peel it off and chop it up or put it in the food processor. And olive oil, not that much, just enough to coat the meat. And just a drop of yellow mustard and a couple cloves of garlic, and chop the garlic up real fine. I don't think nobody want to chew down on garlic when they're eating. And I put all this together with the butter, and now I'm gonna let this sit. I'm gonna let this act as a marinade. I'm gonna let it sit overnight, and then tomorrow when we'll bake it, I'll give you the time and how long. This is a 10-pound, so we're gonna add add it up by 5 and give us the time to cook this. It shouldn't be no more than 2 to 3 hours, but I'm gonna give you the exact time on how long we put it in the oven on the next video. Hi, welcome back. We have this, it's ready to go in the oven. We're gonna put it in the oven for the first 15 minutes on 450, and then we're gonna reduce it down to 350 for the rest of the cook. But for the first 15 minutes, you put it in the oven and let it, and make sure you got your meat thermometer in it, not on a bone, and so you can get the proper gauge of cooking. We'll put it in here. Make sure and put the thermometer in where you can read it through the window, and you don't have to open the oven. You can read it through the window. And we'll be back in 15 minutes after. It's about 130 internal temperature.
Now what? I'm just gonna let it rest, right?
Yes, I'm gonna welcome back to Scott Family TV. Here's the finished product of the prime rib. We're not gonna cut it right now because we're gonna let it rest for maybe 20 minutes so the juice can settle down in it. And I'm just gonna cover it with some aluminum foil.
Looks delicious.
I'm not gonna really lock it on. I'm just gonna put this just to keep the heat in, and this will help with it too, with the just lightly cover it so the heat can stay in until they finish the rest.
Okay. Ooh, look at that. Beautiful, gorgeous.
And this is some of the stuff I can drain.
Yeah, you can use that in the morning or tomorrow.
Okay. Alright, welcome back. This is our finished product of the prime rib. I'm about to cut into it. And the cut. Give my wife a piece to try. Ooh, crust is falling off. Let's see. Awesome. Oh
yeah,
my
that's
God.
Perfect.
Oh,
Beautiful.
awesome.
Just beautiful. Yep, there it is. Our prime rib.
We're gonna cut it and taste it. Let's see. Oh my God. Oh my. Ooh-wee. I coined that phrase. This is good.
So good. Prime rib.
It's a very simple recipe. Just try it with all the ingredients that is shown and put it together and follow the ingredients, and it's good. You can't go wrong with it. Oh my God, it is.
Look at that. Prime rib is ready to eat. All right. Thank you for watching Scott Family TV.